So this review is on weapons. However, before I get to the review, I have some minor complaints when it comes to movie theaters these days. I love going to see a movie. I love, being in there, the introduction, the lights go down, and then you'll see what you think of something you may have been looking forward to, or something that may surprise you, and afterwards maybe you consider things differently, or you love something even more. You just never know. And that's the thing I love about seeing a film at a theater, is the possibilities. And now it just seems like, movie theater attendance is down. And the reason it's down is for a variety of reasons, but I'll tell you what bugs the hell out of me is I try and make it to a movie, like if I see the movie's going to be an 11:30 showing, I'm going to walk in there at 12, because I know at 12 I have enough time to find my seat and the lights go down. I miss the fucking previews. I'm sorry, 30 fucking minutes of previews. Now that's a good portion of a runtime of a film, like Naked Gun, for example. The movie's 85 minutes. 30 minutes of previews is almost a good portion of that film. You go see a 2.5 hour movie, you're going to be out for more than 3 hours because of the fucking previews. How many showings can a film get if maybe they chop the previews down by, 20 minutes, maybe 10-minute previews before a showing? Think about that. 30 minutes of previews, and take that times 5, boom, you have another movie showing right there. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. It's stupid to have so many fucking minutes dedicated previews, especially when, if you see a movie a few times a week, you're going to see the same fucking previews. And not only that, so right before Weapons, I went with a friend, and he likes to see the previews. So, out of consideration, we arrive at a 11:30 showing at 11:32. It was still the interstitial preview. So it was like commercials for other things, small businesses, shit like that. Then it gets to, we're going to have a special greeting for our investors of a theater. That lasts, and then deals for the theater. That lasts maybe 3 to 4 fucking minutes. Then we get to a preview for a romance, young teen romance drama thing, where it's like, you're going to show this shit before Weapons, a movie where people are expecting a horror film, and you're showing something on teen romance and loss. And not only that, the trailer is so cookie cutter. I've seen so many previews like this for romance movie, and then there's loss, and then they get to all that shit so many times. Who's cutting these trailers? I mean, they're getting the same people, because it shows. No imagination, nothing. Then it was for a horror film that you're watching it and you're like, okay. But then they advertise the name of the director like he's Spielberg or something. No one, maybe film nerds know who this guy is, but that's it. You're just going to advertise to your film nerds, and everyone else is scratching their heads like, okay, who's that person? Do people think outside the bubble? No, they don't. And that's the problem. And that's why audiences are alienated when going to a movie theater. They're like, this shit is not for us. What? Like, if I'm going to go see a horror movie, am I thinking, what's the next movie I want to see? A romantic comedy tragedy thing? No! Or maybe, there might be a small majority out there, but it's like, who chose this shit? I mean, and not only was the preview segment not 30 minutes, it was 32, 33 minutes. So our fucking movie didn't start till 2:30, and Weapons is 2 hours and 7 minutes. So, you go to a movie thinking, oh, I'll be out before, a certain time, and nope. It's getting ridiculous. And then not only that, the other reason movie attendance is down is the audiences. Audiences don't seem to have respect for other people when it comes to going to see a movie. Now I see, because I guess recliner chairs and movie theater, to some think, oh, I could treat this how I treat a recliner chair in my house. Kicking off your shoes in a movie theater. Seriously, people? You're kicking off your shoes. You don't think your feet don't stink? I mean, what the fuck? And then, some people are really getting on to the side of you because a couple's in a reclining chair. It's like, get a fucking room. Get out of the movie theater. Sorry, sweetie. See, this is why Daisy's emotional support. But anyway, it's like, and then one time, I even go to a theater and someone brought their dog. And their dog was in a little cage. It was a couple. I'm like, great, the dog's going to probably make noise while I watch a movie. The dog was silent the whole time. It was a fucking couple that was making noise. And then, people just, like, one guy I heard yesterday at the screening yawn. Like, seriously? How inconsiderate. And then, the other thing, yesterday, this guy was sitting next to me, very intense, and he kept doing this. And he was looking at the ground, like this, while the movie's playing. And I'm like, okay, he's doing this, he's looking at the ground. It's a comfortable vibe. You're like, okay, is this guy gonna go nuts? Is this gonna be one of those types that goes nuts in a movie theater? So I got up and went to a row behind me and watched from a distance. Like, okay, do I have to run out, go get secure? I mean, that's a reason people aren't going to see movies, and that's one of the things it's too bad, because a movie like this should be seen by more people. And that's another thing about the fucking previews that pisses me off. The content in the previews itself. It's like, you have a well-known actor talking about how to feel when you see a movie, that it's okay to feel this way when you see a movie. And it's like, really? Who thought up this shit? And person to my friend was like, it's the same preview of this actor. I thought they shot a new one. Exactly. I think this actor's been saying this for many years, and then people mock cheer whenever this person comes on. It's like, are these shareholders of these theaters, are they thinking when they put this stuff out there? Do they know that they're being mocked for this? And then you have another preview for their theater. So you have 3 previews in the preview section announcing to you about the theater you're already in. And it's like, I don't know. I don't really, I don't feel it when you see a couple that are into drifting and breakdancing and then sharing a Coke and then watching a movie. Seriously? Who thought up this shit? Who thought this is a good idea? And that's the thing. It's this myopia in a boardroom and people that don't get out and go see a movie. I have a feeling that half of the people that run these companies haven't been into a movie theater with a public in many years. And if they did, they would be fucking embarrassed if they saw their work on screen and people laughing at them, like scratching their heads like, what is this shit? Anyway, to Weapons. I'm always interested in the business side of the industry. And this script, apparently the director put the script out there at 8 a.m. And then the studios had a bidding war for it. They wanted it. Multiple studios were chafing at the chance to make this film. And by 9:30, he puts the script out at 8. 9:30, the first offer came in. And this director got, I believe, 8 to 11 million when it was all said and done for himself. The writing, producing, and directing fees. And then the total budget of the film is 38 million, which as of now, if the estimates hold, this film will make that type of money opening weekend. So it'll make its budget back. And I would be very happy if it does. I don't want to spoil this film for you. I will just say this. This film is, if there was a way for celluloid to procreate, it would be the child of Kubrick, Paul Thomas Anderson, and it is so exacting in how it's made. The director, Zach Krieger, he has a vision. He knew what he wanted, and I admire that. And I had one little problem with the logic in this film, and I'll just say it like this. If you felt you were under threat, that already somebody has tampered with your property, would you leave your door unlocked if you were in the vehicle alone? That was my problem with the film. Other than that, I'm not going to say anything else. I want you to go out there and go see it and enjoy it. And if you share my same frustrations with regard to audience members in a movie theater or the previews, hopefully my rant helps you out a bit.